Okay, so it says marketing drives customers to your restaurant and can even affect the meals they purchase. And in this lesson, you'll try several types of marketing and see how different business reports can help you track the results of your campaigns. Go to reports, product menu mix, and look at the quantity sold. So you go to reports, product menu mix, and you look at the quantity sold at the bottom. It says 719. So that's the number of entrees sold that week. Then it asks you to look at the status bar at the bottom of the screen and find the number marked profit. So profit at the bottom is going to be $269, so about $300. Then it says go to actions, print advertising. So everyone should go to actions, print advertising. And there's three different publications that are available to you here: Family Life Magazine, Romantic Dining Venues, and Business Around Town. It's asking you to click on Romantic Dining Venues and for you to advertise to them. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Run To, and then the 21st, you can increase the speed and let it run until January 21st. All right, so we're running. Sometimes I like to go to reports, messages, just to see what people are saying as we go through. But after you hit the 21st, it says let the sim run until it stops. Then go back to reports, product menu mix. And then it says what happened to the total entrees sold. Julia, can you tell me what happened to the total entrees sold? Well, it actually kind of stayed about the same. It was on before it was only it did go up slightly, but of all the options, it said it more than doubled. No, it dropped in half. No, it dropped to zero. No, it did go up, but it relatively stayed about the same. Before it was 719, and now it's 764. So it went up, but not a ton. And so if you go to step five, it says look again at the status bar on the bottom of the screen and find the number marked profit. So what happened to the profit? That stayed about the same too, right around $300. So we made this big contribution to advertising, but it didn't go up all that much. And so in step number six, it says so your marketing campaign was ineffective because you targeted the wrong population group for your restaurant. Go to Actions New Survey. So everyone go to Actions New Survey. We're going to check two buttons. Do you eat out for business as a couple or a family? And then it's which restaurant menu do you like? So you're going to click those and press OK, and it's going to give you the survey results. You're then able to segment it. So you're able to click on the question. So I'm going to look at which restaurant menu do you like, and I'm going to uncheck family couple just to see what um, restaurants people like to go to for business. So it's Me Cafe and Ned's Cafe. I'm going to uncheck business and check couple. Our place people like to go to as a couple. I'm going to click family. Lily's and Chuck's is where people like to go to as a family. So remember, we're working on Lily's restaurant. And so, what demographic likes the menu at Lily's? Well, it's a family. You can hit next. Step number seven says go back to actions, print advertising. And instead of romantic dining venues, let's advertise in Family Life magazine. So uncheck romantic dining venues, check Family Life magazine, press OK. And now we're going to run to the 11th. Okay. This is going to take a little bit of time. So go to January 11th. Make sure you're running at max speed. This will take a little bit of time, but feel free to look at messages and reports as you go. All right, so once you have hit the 11th, it's asking you to go to reports, and then product menu mix again. And then it says find the total number of entrees sold and write this number down. So it's 1,299. So previously we had sold in the 700s. Now we're at 1,1299 entrees sold from targeting the correct population in our print ads. Okay. And so, what is the total number of entrees sold now? So it's over 1,000 entrees we've sold up until this point. We can hit next to go to step 8. It says look at the status bar and look and find the profit. Write this number down. What is the current profit? Well, it's 7,500. And we're going to go to the next step. And it says you've seen how marketing can draw customers to your restaurant by specifically targeting your target market through specific types of print advertisements. But it says now let's see how it can affect what meals they purchase. So go back to reports, product menu mix, and look at the chicken parmesan. How many chicken parmesans did they sell that week? John, do you see how many chicken parms they sold that week? Okay. All right, it'll catch up soon. Taylor, can you see? How many chicken parms is it? 108. Good. So we are going to it's about 100 chicken parms that we sold last week. But it says while still looking at the product menu mix, look at the price, cost, and margin for chicken parm. Which would you say is true about the chicken parm relative to other items? Well, the price is fairly high, number one. The cost is fairly low, which means the margin of the profit is very high. The profit for the chicken parm is the highest out of all the other products. So on number 10, it has a high price. We should be checking. It has a high price and a high margin. And if you look at your current gross profit just for entrees, not for beverages, but your gross profit for entrees, it's about 14,400. Now, that being said, we said in chapter 23 that our promotional mix was advertising. We said sales promotions, public relations, and also personal selling. Selling is a great way to increase your sales. So go to actions and then suggestive selling and have your servers push that chicken parm because it has such a high markup or a high profit margin. Then we're going to run to the 18th. This should not take as long as the last one, but you're going to selectively sell chicken parms. You're going to run to the 18th. Then you can go back to the product menu mix and you can see how effective it is in in the suggestive selling. And this happens in restaurants all the time. That restaurants have too much of a certain fish or they're trying to get rid of something or something like this has a high profit margin. Restaurants all the time will suggest these types of items because it will increase their sales. So if there's something that they need to get rid of, they will push it. They will make it a special. So if after it's run to the 18th, go to reports, go to product menu mix, and see how many chicken parms that we've sold up until this point. Shay, how many chicken parms did he sell? Yep, about 230. So click about 230. That drastically increased from the last one. So it says while still looking at the product menu mix, look at the total number of items sold. Use the older button to compare this to the total number sold ending in on 210. So you can go back and look. This one, it's actually I would say it's more than double, but they are saying that it went up by less than 100 is the right answer. I would say it more than doubled, but it went up by less than 100 is the answer. So for step number 13, it went up by less than 100. Go to step 14 and it says, while still looking at the product menu mix, look at the total for gross profit. Use the older than button to compare it to the following week. So if you look at the week ending 210, the gross profit is $14,373. But if you go to the next week, click on newer and go to the next week, the gross profit is $15,800. So it went up by about $1,500 just by suggestively selling one item. The profit went up. Okay. So in step 15, it says go to view and then Ned's Nest, a different restaurant completely. It says use what you have learned about marketing to raise the profit at Ned's Nest and meet or exceed the goal of $1,500. So what you need to do is use what we just learned. Do a survey, figure out who the target market is for Ned's. Advertise to that target market using print ads and local media. Then what you need to do is look at the items that have higher profit margins and use suggestive selling in order to increase those sales. I will also give you a hint. You should run to at least the you should run to at least March 10th in order to hit your goal. So when you hit run to, click March 10th. See if you've hit your goal from the decisions that you've made. If not, you can make additional changes and continue to run to see how much you can increase. If you get stuck and you cannot figure out how to hit that goal, let me know. Um, and I will give you some hints in order to get there.